When President Obama chose former Colorado Senator Ken Salazar for his cabinet in 2009, it fell to the state's Democratic governor to choose his replacement.
One of Colorado's most competent and accomplished leaders, Michael Bennet.
The choice baffled nearly everyone. Bennet, the superintendent of Denver Public Schools, had no legislative experience and had never run for elected office.
Thank you for your help.
The entire political establishment was completely taken aback.
We've got our work to do.
All the long-term Democrats who had been elected to office felt that they would have been good senators and run good races.
But by the time campaign 2010 rolled around, that bad blood seemed to be negated by the $6 million war chest that Bennet had amassed and the full backing of the National Democratic Party.
Hello, Denver!
And President Barack Obama.
I'm thrilled to be here in support of a leader, Senator Michael Bennet,
whose administration was rumored to be trying to help Bennet behind the scenes as well. When former state Senate Majority Leader Andrew Romanoff launched a bid to unseat his fellow Democrat Senator Bennet, the Denver Post reported the Obama administration tried to entice Romanoff to drop out by offering him a position in Washington. If so, it didn't work.
The last time I checked the Constitution, it's the voters of a state who get to elect a senator. This decision should be made by the people of Colorado.
Good luck to you.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Romanoff is painting Bennet, after little more than a year on the job, as a consummate Washington insider.
I'm Andrew Romanoff. Nice to meet you.
I am the only candidate in this race who is turning down the corporate cash that threatens to drown our democracy.
I don't think it does us a lot of good to be fighting as Democrats when what we should be doing is getting ready to take on the Republicans in November.
On the Republican side, former Lieutenant Governor Jane Norton is the front-runner. She has the backing of the party establishment.
Oh, nice to see you.
And a $2 million war chest of her own.
I wanted to be a part of the solution and not just complain about what I'm seeing as a hard move to the left in our country.
But her closest opponent, Ken Buck, gained traction by painting Norton as a political insider.
She received all the establishment endorsements. She receives more than 40% of her funds from lobbyists and out-of-state interests.
Colorado voters are notoriously independent. In presidential elections, they went for Bill Clinton in 1992, Dole in '96, and George W. Bush twice before swinging back and handing the state to Barack Obama in 2008. And on March 16th, that independent spirit was on full display.
We have 2 Bennet delegates.
Candidates from both parties face their first real test in something called precinct caucuses.
And we need 3 Romanoff delegates, please.
In order to be eligible for the August 10 primary, a candidate needs 30% support. Senator Bennet captures 41%.
We were very competitive, and I think we surprised ourselves and a lot of people.
Keep on rolling.
But the biggest surprise comes from his opponent.
Tonight's victor in the caucuses.
Romanoff grabs 50%.
This is one small step for Main Street, one giant kick, and you know where for Wall Street.
On the Republican side, another upset.
So this is a different election cycle.
Ken Buck takes 38%, topping Jane Norton's 37%.
I think there is a strong grassroots reaction to a top-down decision on who our next United States Senator will be.
Buck's victory earns him the endorsement of South Carolina Senator Jim DeMint, who chairs the Senate Conservatives Fund. And he seems close to tying up the support of Colorado's Tea Party activists.
Folks, the federal government is coming and we're not going to stand for it.
But Bennet and Norton are not accepting defeat. They will try to gather enough signatures to get on the ballot for the August 10th primary.
Oh, that is such a nice shirt.
But the new Republican frontrunner, Ken Buck, insists this won't be the year for incumbents or establishment candidates in Colorado.
Let's say we come out of the August primaries and it's one grassroots campaign versus another. What kind of battle will that look like to Colorado voters?
It will be a great battle, and I'll tell you why. Colorado voters will get what they want, and whoever wins that in November, I think will really have a mandate to go back to Washington, D.C. and get some things done.